should never want to live your life and look back and say, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know how you can prevent that? Right now. Get up and do what God told you to do right now. Get up and follow your gut and your instinct right now. Follow your dreams and your desires. Do it right now. It's never too late. You're never too young or too old. You just have to determine to do it right now. There's a thin line between fulfillment and disappointment. And they're all laced with having the courage, the call, and the clarity to simply follow God's will for your life. But even as you have courage, call, and clarity, the enemy seeks to distract you from your destiny with fear, distraction, and distortion. One of the biggest factors keeping us from our purpose is we're just fearful. We're just afraid to really step out on faith. I'll tell you my quick personal testimony. When God did finally call me, or when I accepted God's call, that's how I should say it. When I accepted God's call, all before that, my undergrad degree is in criminal justice. I graduated with that degree, but what I wanted to do was go to law school. I thought I was going to make a whole bunch of money being an attorney. That's what I wanted to do. But God called me. I did not go to law school. I went to seminary instead. As God began to open my eyes and as God revealed to me what he wanted me to do, when I finally realized God has called me to be a pastor, that's what I want to do. That's all I want to do. All my energy's focused toward that, but I kept getting turned down. At least 2 or 3 churches I applied to. I made it to the top 2, top 3 every single time, only to get turned down for various reasons. And I had to have a real talk with God. So God and I, we really had a talk. This is just my personal testimony that I hope would encourage somebody. God said, David, how bad do you want it? Because if you think you're just going to waltz up in and the church is just going to give you a position, you haven't exhausted all your possibilities. That's not the only way you can shepherd one of my churches, David. I said, well, God, what is the other way I can be a pastor other than applying for churches? Why don't you start your own church? If every door has closed, why don't you do it yourself? If every door has closed, why don't you step out on faith and do what's most risky, do the most difficult thing, and do it in a way that you don't want to do it? Because I sure didn't want to do that. I didn't think I had what it took. I hadn't yet graduated seminary, was just still finishing my master's degree, hadn't even thought about going back for a doctorate. I said, God, surely you haven't called me to do that. I don't have any resources. I don't even have no members. Who's going to listen to me? God said, I tell you what, you come back when you're ready. Because I'm going to keep closing these doors until you do it the way I told you to do it. Oh, thank you, Holy Ghost. And when I did it the way God said did it, no, it wasn't easy, but oh, God bless me. Every step of the way, I didn't have any money. I used the building that I used. I raised enough money from the folks who loved me and the churches that supported me. I had enough rent for the entire year. How many of you know when you step out, God will bless you. God will make a way. God will guide and order your steps. He'll do it.